back here at Chapmanville Regional High School as we get set for game number 2 of this 3-game slate. Chris Kidd here with you, alongside me Dwayne Williams and J.J. Pruitt as well for our second game. Again, JV game getting ready to start. Middle school game was fantastic. Just concluded earlier with Expression Prep hanging on to a 2-point win over Chapmanville Middle School. So like you said, if that first game's any indicator of how things are going to go this evening, Dwayne, this is going to be some great basketball.
Yeah, the opening game is putting this triple header on notice to up their game as well, because the middle school guys gave us a show.
Hugh and Chapmanville with the ball to start out this JV contest, and there's a turnover right to Harley Bush on the far side. He looked like he was ready to shoot.
Now, he can pull it from there. I'm surprised he didn't let that one go, Chris.
He looks like Harley in his familiar spot, so he's on alert at all times. It's Expression Prep. Gets their first look at things. They'll bring it into the front court as Jaden Castillo drives in, gives it off. Nice little take here on the right side. Shot a little bit short for Peyton Cox and knocked out of bounds, as it'll stay here with Expression Prep.
We see their familiar man-to-man intense defense from the Tigers.
It's Castillo. Inbound underneath, looking. Good pressure from Chapmanville. They finally find Cox, so he'll bring it back out front to set the offense. It's Omar Dawson. Gives it off for Castillo. Drives in, and he'll be fouled on the way to the basket.
You know, a lot of pressure out top by Galiu and Kaysen Harless, and Castillo gets down there and draws the foul. I think that one was called on Jackson Neal.
Expression Prep will inbound underneath their own basket. That's Castillo looking, trying to find someone, instead lobs it in deep. As Dylan Berleo takes it in off the center. Nice spin mover. It's nice reverse almost at the rim.
Wow, what nice footwork and what an attempted finish there. It was pretty to look at, but didn't get the two.
Now Chapmanville looks to make him pay on the other end as Galihu's 3 off the mark. Rebounded on the back side by Castillo.
He's pushing.
Yeah, he was coming up quick, and Castillo able to finish inside with a short jumper.
Surprising no call there. You thought it went one way or the other. Kaysen Harless stepping in, trying to get the offensive foul, but no whistle.
Now pressure from Prep. So skip it over for Galihu. He'll pull on a 3 again, this time short. Brock Carter on the rebound, but he was underneath the basket, couldn't find an angle. Little jumper by Sperry won't fall either.
So far in these first 2 games, the home rims have not been nice to the Chapmanville Tigers.
Yeah, again, we saw it in that middle school game so many times. Balls just rolled off, rolled out for Chapmanville. It's now inside, tough take, turnaround in the paint, won't fall for Cox, rebounded by Chapmanville.
Here for a moment, looks like an old 80s game underneath in the post.
And now they go ahead to Galihu, and he'll lay it in off the run out.
Nice long pass there by Kaysen Harless, and the finish by Galihu. Chapmanville ties it up.
Yeah, again, we saw it a lot in the middle school game, only a couple of 3-pointers in that first game. Now we're seeing a lot of the mid-range here so far in this JV game, and there's one knocked down by Ariel Bachler.
And right on cue there, Chris. Steps inside the 3-point line. Nice little long mid-range shot there. Knocks it down.
4-2 your score. Expression Prep in the lead. Sperry, 3 from the left corner. Won't fall. Neal grabs the rebound on the backside as he'll bring it out.
Nice offensive rebound there by Neal.
Carter will shuffle it over. Now Galihu, he'll take another 3. This one rims around several times and won't fall.
They're making that extra pass. They're getting open looks, and they're not able to drop them at the moment.
Galihu's a good outside shooter, so you know those are going to start falling eventually for him.
Absolutely.
Take here, gives it off into the corner. Bachler didn't find anything he liked, gives it off back out. Little jumper on the way. That one's going to be short from Dawson and taken away by Chapman.
Nice defense by Kaysen Harless on that play.
Galihu will circle back out. Carter looks into the corner. Good look for 3 from there, and knocked down by Harless.
Just talked about him on the defensive side. We know he can knock that shot down. He's not afraid to pull the trigger. So nice back-to-back plays by Kaysen Harless, giving Chapmanville their first lead.
5-4 Chapmanville. 4:45 to go here in the first quarter. And varsity will take place next here from Chapmanville as Harless knocks another pass away. Big collision right at the top of the key. They'll swing it over left side. Good fake. Trying to spin in, and nowhere to go is Dawson. He'll kick it back out.
These kids been watching Inside the NBA from the 90s with Ahmad Rashad out there playing this physical.
I like it. That was a great Saturday morning starter all the time.
Oh, every Saturday.
Good take and finish that time as Bachler gets it to go, and the foul.
Nice pace there. Stayed within himself, stayed controlled. A lot of arms getting after him, and he was able to get the 2 to go. Now the chance for the 3-point play.
It's Mike Tate and Jamari Lewin will check into the game now for Expression Prep. It's Bachler looking to add to this lead here on the free throw attempt, and he'll knock it down.
Seems to have a very solid shooting stroke from that young man. He's knocked down a baseline shot and completed that 3-point play.
I was going to say, for a big man, he's definitely got good ball handling skills, good footwork. And he's able to finish that 3-point play as it's back to a 2-point lead for Prep as Gollihue tries to challenge Tate, had it knocked away. Now here comes Lewin into the front court, almost an over and back. They give it back to Lewin. Skips it back out. Nice look inside for Tate as he got position, can't finish. Second chance though, and Tate will.
Second chance gets it, and you gotta love the unselfish play by Expression Prep to get that open look.
Nice give and go to Harless, floats it over top of Tate, and he'll get it to go.
Harless showing the whole tool belt right now. He knocked down the 3 earlier, had to get some arc on that one to get over the big man. Nice bucket.
9-7 as we go back and forth here in this first quarter. Castillo gives it over, now gives it back up top for him. He's cut off, gives it off Bachler, tries to spin in, has it knocked away. Sperry will get it up ahead to Harless, over to Gollihue, right side layup, and we're all tied.
Nice play again by Cason Harless. Defense turns to offense. He's done it on both ends already. Scoring, defense, assist. Chapmanville ties it up at 9.
Across the timeline, top of the key. Vallejo drives in, can't find an opening, tried to pass it out, and Carter knocks it away. Now ahead to Sperry, all alone, and he'll take it in for the 2, but can't get it to go as Tate grabs the board.
Once again, the home rims aren't being so kind to the Tigers this evening.
And sometimes you just got too much time to think about it in those moments as Castillo can't finish on this end.
Absolutely. Sometimes it's just too open.
Now here's another chance for Chapmanville to try and retake the lead. Sperry inside, leaves this one off the front of the rim. Coming out of the pile with it is Bachler. He'll give it off to Lewin. Lewin over far side below. He'll kick it out. Bachler sees a little opening from the right elbow. Jumper too strong. Gets his own rebound back over to Castillo. 3 in the corner. This one won't fall and taken by Harless.
Nice job by the point guard Harless getting down there among the big men and getting that rebound and pushing the ball.
Underneath the kneel. Good contest by Tate that time.
Tate, great job getting back on defense and obstructing the view on that. Harless again, once again on the floor, going to get the jump ball.
As he and Lewin going after it, and it'll be a tie-up. Chapmanville will have a couple of substitutes here as Austin Atkins will be one to check into the game, as well as Case Smith, rather.
But you guys definitely recognize Austin Atkins from our voices from the football season this year.
And again, he was about as good as you could get in that second half of the season for Chapmanville. And then going into the playoffs, getting all the way to the semifinals this year in AAA. Over on the right side, give it off to Lewin. Get it out front for Castillo. Looks inside. Tate draws a double team. They kick it back out. Over far side. Fake on a 3 that time by Cox. Chapmanville extending this defense a little bit more now. Trying to find an opening is Dawson. He'll kick it into the corner. Castillo gets a good look for a 3, and he'll knock this one down.
Great patience by the entire offense there to just to probe that defense, not get in a rush, take their time, and they get that open shot, and they knock down the 3.
Wallace gives it off. Take here by Smith, gets all the way in on the right side and lays it in.
Cass Smith, the younger brother of Eli Smith, and Isaiah Smith continuing that legacy. Nice drive to the lane.
Final 60 seconds of the first quarter, and that's going to be a foul out front. Smith went after the high pass that time, almost came away with it. That'll be first foul on him.
Chapmanville keeping that defensive intensive pressure. They haven't seen them go to the press yet, but their half-court defense is just as aggressive.
A minute to play here in the first quarter. Again, this is the JV contest between Chapmanville and Huntington Expression Prep. Ball volleyballed around several times, and now travel after that on Dawson.
Has a nice deflection up top by Austin Atkins using those DB skills, and it results in a turnover from Expression Prep trying to sped them up a bit, put the brakes on, turn the ball over, so Chapmanville trying to get back the lead.
Tigers a chance to try and retake the lead on this trip, as it's been a fun back and forth first quarter thus far. Harless wobs over near side for Smith. Back out top of the key, Sperry bullies his way in. Tate may have altered that or gotten a piece of it.
Tate's been a force inside, altering many shots already.
Now Castillo with 30 seconds to go. We'll see if Prep tries to hold for one. They look ready to go, though, as Tate gets it at the free throw line. Waiting, now gets them one-on-one matchup. Good spin move back to the middle, and almost got that to fall. Rebound fought for, taken back. Castillo kicks it back out front. Berleo with 13 seconds, gives it off to Cox. Cox spins in the lane, keeps his pivot foot, puts up the shot, may have been blocked by Smith. Now the outlet pass stolen away right inside. Dawson can't finish, tipped towards the bench, and that will do it for a wild first quarter here from Danny Gobby Gymnasium, as Expression Prep leads Chapmanville 12-11 after the first 8 minutes. We'll be back after this as you're watching high school basketball action here on the D&D Sports Network.
Here at Logan Bank and Trust, we are committed to serving the needs of the Southern Coalfields.
For any of your financial needs, we encourage you to stop by one of our 5 convenient locations or apply online today at lbnt.com.
Whether you choose to stop by or visit us online, our team is here to help you every step of the way.
Buying a new home, expanding your business? Choose Logan Bank and Trust. Let's bank together.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Start of quarter number 2 here from Chapmanville Regional High School. Chris Kidd, Dwayne Williams with you. J.J. Pruitt with us as well. We are here, our second of 3 games this evening from Chapmanville. Again, the varsity take place next between Chapmanville and Huntington Expression Prep. So stay with us this evening on the D&D Sports Network. It's good pivot foot there by David Browning on the low side. Couldn't finish with the left hand, though.
We've seen a lot of good low post footwork. They don't have the buckets to go with it, but I think they're going to follow soon.
Beneath Kabongo into the game now for Expression Prep. Gets it off into the corner. Kabongo will get it back out front. And 1-point lead for Expression Prep. So swing it over far side. 3 on the way. This one too strong for Berleo. Rebound tipped around, and Browning takes it away.
Nice battle there by Browning to box out one player and fight off another one for that rebound.
Now Gollihue splits between a couple defenders, gives it off to Browning on the right side, counted in the foul.
Nice work by Gollihue, first of all, to make that pass, and David Browning showing that physical nature from the offensive line that we saw early on this year, and gets the and one opportunity.
Well, Tate will check back in, as Thomas saw him in the middle school contest. He'll check out. And if I'm not mistaken, I think David was able to get first-team All-State honors in football as well this past season for Chapmanville in that semifinal run.
He's a big part of that dominant offensive line. It was great watching those guys this year.
13-12, Chapmanville leads it here in the second quarter as Berleo trying to get out of trouble. Comes between a couple defenders, tried to shovel it off to Tate right in front of his face, and taken away now by Gollihue.
Gollihue looking to push.
Looks inside, down low, tough take, and swatted away down there by Cox.
Tyler Blair unable to get that shot together. A nice no-look pass by Gollihue. He's looking to push at every opportunity. Chapmanville's looking to get back in their half-court defense.
Dawson will pull on the 3. That one's going to be short and taken by Browning. A water dribble there by Blair. Goes behind his back to shake a defender. Now underneath. Jumper on the way. That one too strong from Blair. I should say that was Smith in the backcourt with that move. It's into the front court. Dawson swings it over. Line up a 3. This one going to be short from Cox.
Both teams a little frantic action right now. Misses and running, back and forth.
Smith now takes it in against 3 defenders and draws the whistle. as bodies go crashing everywhere.
That's what you get when you're the youngest of three boys. You don't worry about the physical contact. You're used to getting beat up a bit. He goes right at the rim amongst the trees, gets the foul, and gets the free throw opportunity.
Yeah, I was going to say I was the oldest brother, but my younger brother, he gave no quarter. He knew how to fight back. So as I got older, I realized it's probably not the best idea to keep trying to fight him.
Better adjust my approach a bit.
First free throw, too strong from Smith. Yeah, there is that moment where the younger brother starts to catch up to you in a lot of ways, and as the older brother, you start to realize, like, maybe we need to try and ease this up a little bit.
You might not admit you realize it, but you definitely realize it.
Yeah. Smith does hit the second free throw, so he's got 3 points now. Chapmanville 1 of 3 from the line, and Smith will go and catch a breather.
Already seeing multiple players from Expression Prep that played on the junior varsity.
Yeah, already playing from the middle school already up into the high school now as they give it off to Cox. Steps into the lane, kind of got caught in midair with nowhere to go as Kabongo tries to save it, and it goes right to Wes Watts. Over near side, Blair gives it back to Watts. They run out of real estate.
Maybe one too many pass there, Chris.
Yeah, I was going to say, just ran out of room that time on that break. As Blair will get it inside, tried to force a tough pass, had it kicked back to him. Now on the baseline, Harless gives it back out. And good defense on both ends here in the second quarter as Watts drives in and blocked from behind by Cox.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice play there by Cox. Both teams playing tough defense. Turnover here by Expression Prep, so it goes right back to the Tigers.
And again, Kabongo just looked like he never quite had control of it that time and ended up just losing it out of bounds. So that'll get Lewin off the bench. As he'll step in for Cox right now. Chapmanville with the ball and a 2-point lead here in the second quarter. Donahue gives it off for Harless. Harless stops, pops a 3 straight on, but that one off to the left and out of bounds.
Saw a different approach there. We saw David Browning on top doing a screen for Galiu, and a screen back-to-back to Harless.
And Chapmanville goes full court pressure here as they get it ahead to Berleo. Cross court. Looking is Bachler. Takes it baseline. Did he run out of room or was he bumped? No, they say he stepped out of bounds.
We saw that almost exact play in the middle school action there at that time. Nice play by David Browning, sliding his feet over and using that baseline to his advantage.
Chapmanville with the ball. As we said, been tough sledding here in the second quarter for the offenses as Gallahue steps back for a 3 off the back of the rim. Browning, nice tip to himself. Able to drive back in, goes up the left hand, can't finish. Looked like it slipped out of his hands on the way up.
Yeah, another example of fantastic post work with the footwork especially. Went to the left hand baby hook. Unfortunately, it slipped out before he was able to put it through.
Now they go down to Tate, trying to back his way in, kicks it out. Kabongo goes for a triple. This one too strong and lost out of bounds as Bachler can't control it.
That's a nice battle. Tate and Browning underneath, Chris.
And again, you got 2 tough hosses down there on the low block, battling for position back and forth. And that time Browning got a little bit of the better of it.
I think we're going to see them go at it, be matched up against each other as long as both of them are in this game.
I'm going to say that's some big bodies going against each other on the low post. But now Browning's going to drag him outside, goes to work, spins inside, and Tate gets the block.
Nice spin move, but Tate does a great job of staying vertical, not lowering those hands down to get that shooting foul. Moves his feet. Once again, we see that matchup we were just talking about.
Now Blair will inbound. Underneath the basket, lobs it in for Watts. Watts circle out, gets it out. Harless for a 3. This one off the heel of the rim. Rebound tipped in the air. Nicely done by Blair to save the possession.
Nice hustle play by Kyler Blair.
Nice little shovel pass there by Browning. He'll get it back now from Blair. Pull up little jumper. Almost got it to bank in, but taken away.
Nice. I was going to say nice use of a glass, but once again, just not able to put it through.
Yeah, it was a good touch on that, but like we said, on this side, the rims have just been unforgiving tonight as Kabongo can't get it to fall. Taken back by Bachler, tries to go in, lost it off his leg, and we're going to get a tie up now.
I really like Bachler's game. He's got an all-around game. You can see he knows the game well. You can see that in young kids sometimes.
Now we're going to get a timeout here with 3:35 to go in the first half as Expression Prep will call for a full timeout. So we'll take it as well and be back after this as you're watching high school basketball action right here on the D&D Sports Network.
At Logan Regional Medical Center, our comprehensive inpatient rehabilitation program helps get you back to living life. With an 8-bed unit for patients 18 and over, our caring team of doctors, nurses, and rehabilitation specialists work with you, providing a full line of services to help you restore your capabilities and get you back home and back to living. Logan Regional Medical Center, providing inpatient rehabilitation close to home.
To 12 and what has been a defensive struggle here in this second quarter is Chapmanville holding the slide edge right now. Chris Kidd, Dwayne Williams here, J.J. Pruitt alongside us for our second of 3 games here tonight. Again, the varsity will be up next at approximately 7:30 p.m.
Appreciate all of our comments, but as we are an interactive broadcast, Mary Ann McDaniel saying, "Let's go Jackson." Mom's cheering you on from Pittsburgh.
Drive here by Kabongo, gets all the way in, just too much momentum as he got to the rim and throws it over it.
Nice rebound there by Wesley Watts.
Watts takes it away, approaching 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Golahue looks for a screen, takes it to his left, gets inside, lost his footing a little as he was wanting a foul called, but instead will be knocked out of bounds last touch by Expression Prep.
Ball stays with Chapmanville. Little disagreement over here on Expression Prep sideline on the coach's part.
That'll be inbound underneath as looks like Sperry's going to get into the lineup here. So Watts will check out. Blair will fire it in. Looks, finds Browning on the right block. Pounds inside against Tate, and he gets it up and in.
Gets it to drop this time. We've seen a couple tough breaks earlier on in the game. That time Browning battled with Tate, gets it to go. Chapmanville increases their lead to 4.
Just using his leverage that time to be able to get in position. Browning gets his 4th point of the quarter.
See increased pressure here by the Tigers.
Yeah, again, they kind of snuck up on Expression Prep that time and able to force the turnover.
Nice call there. They did a little 2-man jump at half court and 2-man trap right behind it and got the turnover.
Now Castillo and Cox will check back in for Expression Prep. It's Chapmanville with the ball and a 4-point lead here late in the second quarter. Golahue across the timeline with it. Skips it over inside, pass tipped away by Cox and taken by Castillo.
Every post pass, every swing pass is being contested by both teams. Another example of that right there.
Castillo give it off. Tate kicks it out to Cox, back over to Castillo. 2:15 left in the half. Castillo stumbled a little, but able to give it off to his man. Vallejo out to Cox, bumped by Sperry, goes down low for Tate. Tate double teamed in a lot of trouble, but somehow found a way to turn around on the right side and put it in.
Somehow indeed, Sperry dropped down to give Browning that double, to help with that double team, and somehow Tate, nice footwork and over the shoulder, got it to go.
And that was the first points of the second quarter for Expression Prep. Again, they've been held scoreless for over 6 minutes in this quarter. As Blair's jumper won't fall. Browning grabs the rebound, can't get it, gets it back again, and now we're going to get a whistle.
Yeah, Browning once again gives him a second chance opportunity, unable to bring it home, but he does get the foul called, stays with Chapmanville.
Now Harless will check back in as Golahue will go to the bench. Smith will check in as well. Blair will head over as well to the bench for Chapmanville.
Got a very nice rotation of 4 guards there for this JV squad.
Absolutely. Harless will kick it out to Browning. Browning back out now for Carter. Carter tries to find the lane, spins in, turnaround jumper, and Brock Carter gets it to go.
Nice spin and jumper by Brock Carter. Gets a lead back up to 4 for Chapmanville.
We talked about him before this season, just how smooth he is on the offensive end, and he comes up with a big bucket there, and that pass just airmailed all over the place.
Not sure about that one. He's trying to plead his case with the coach, but I don't think it's going to work.
I'm going to say, don't show that to the New York Jets. That kid's going to get signed tomorrow. I really have no room to talk. I'm a Bengals fan, and we lost to the Jets, so I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you can talk now.
Smith gets it up ahead to Harless. Inside Sperry. Nice shovel pass to Browning, and he'll finish on the right side.
Nice little no-look shovel from Sperry to Browning, and he finishes. Chapmanville increasing their lead to 6 under a minute to play in the half.
It's the largest lead of the half for either side. Tate, good little pocket pass over to the left side for Cox. Tried to dribble in, found himself in trouble, now tries to get rid of it. Tate tries to save it, and into the backcourt it goes, and we're going to get a tie-up called.
A very quick tie-up call there as the bodies were flying. The ball kind of still moving around. Got a quick tie-up call there, but both teams just putting it all on the line there, hustling for every loose ball.
Yeah, that was a tough call for the official because you don't know if that's over and back, not sure if it got deflected or not, so that's a good 50-50 way of settling it right
yeah,
there.
Absolutely. A lot of stuff is going on there.
Smith to his left, going to get blocked from behind. Nice job coming in off the backside by Berleo.
Berleo not giving up on the play. Nice block from behind.
Final 17 seconds of the half. Castillo drives in. Tate at the free throw line. Pounds his way in. Jumper gets it to go.
Tate, once again, he only makes those high degree of difficulty shots. Again, gets it home.
Now 6 seconds to go in the half. We'll get a whistle. And, okay, I think the official maybe misheard what he thought was a timeout. Because I think he thought he heard Expression Prep's bench call for one.
And they looked as shocked as we were.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was who called that? I thought Chapmanville might have, and now Chapmanville will call for time with 6.1 seconds to go here in the half and try and set something up. It'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay here. And we'd like to thank some of our sponsors here tonight for helping us bring you the action. Global Arc Ministry, Trend Services, Domino Printing, Wide Eye Care, Rebound Physical Therapy, Smell My Tarts, PT12, Stereo Video Unlimited, and Blessings and Blooms helping us bring you tonight's action here from Danny Gobby Gymnasium. So now 6.1 seconds to go in the half, 4-point lead for Chapmanville. So you got time for maybe a pass or two here to try and set something up. I would be surprised to see if they try and get Harless or Carter free for a deep look here if they can't find anything quick inside. Yeah,
maybe a high screen here by David Browning to get one of those guys loose where you got Smith, Harless, and Carter, all that can pull the trigger.
And it'll be Carter to inbound, gets it into Smith. Smith does get that screen at the top over to Harless. 2 seconds, one, he'll have to heave off the side of the rim, no good, and that'll do it for the first half as Chapmanville leads Expression Prep 20-16 here at intermission. We'll step aside and be back after this as you are watching high school JV basketball action with us right here on the D&D Sports Network.
Smokey Armstrong here from United Motorsports of Belfry. Looking for your next adventure? We've got the motorcycles, side-by-sides, and ATVs needed to take your riding to the next level. Whether you're hitting the track, enjoying the trails, exploring the open road, or seeking comfort and style, we've got you covered with trusted brands like Honda, Polaris, and Kawasaki. At United Motorsports, we're not just about selling power sports, we're passionate about helping you find the perfect ride. Our team will work with you to customize your vehicle, offer expert advice, and provide top-notch service. No matter where your adventure takes you, ready to get started? Call us at 606-237-7311 or visit www.unitedmotorsportsbelfry.com or stop by today. Your next ride is waiting.
20-16, Chapmanville leads it as we get ready to start quarter number 3. Chris Kidd, Dwayne Williams here with you, J.J. Pruitt, our engineer. As you look at the first half scoring for Expression Prep, Jaden Castillo and Ariel Bachler with 5 points each. Mike Tate led the way with 6 points. On the other side for Chapmanville, they were led by David Browning with 6, Kason Harless with 5, Gollihue with 4, Smith with 3, and Carter with 2.
Balanced scoring across the books for both teams, Chris, and we saw the defense amp up the pressure in that second quarter, and points were at a premium.
Now here is Expression Prep with the ball, trying to cut into this lead. Tough pass inside from Bachler into Tate, and he'll lay it in the foul as he screams in exultation after that lay-in and a chance to cut it to 1.
And for good reason. You see immediately the first possession out of halftime, that was their focus, to get that ball inside of Tate being guarded by Browning, and he powers it home with a chance now for a 3-point play.
This is only the second free throw of the game for Expression Prep. Not a whole lot of free throws on either side. Chapmanville was 1 of 3 in the first half. Expression Prep now 2 for 2 for the game. 20-19 lead now for Chapmanville as Gollihue gives it off for Blair. Inside pass tipped away and taken away. Now a long pass up ahead to Castillo. Drives in. Nice little fake on the left side, and he'll take it all the way for the lay-in.
Nice little fake pass, layup, very smooth by Castillo, and immediately out the gate, Expression Prep takes over the lead.
On inside, Browning gets free, and a good find from Blair as Browning adds to his total with 8 points.
Nice look from Kyler Browning. He's a very good passing player, does a little bit of everything, and David Browning finishes it.
22-21. Again, both games we've had so far have been nip tuck all the way through. As Expression Prep's middle school knocked off Chapmanville Middle School by 2. In our first game, largest lead of that game was just 7 points. Largest lead of this one's been 6 so far as Tate goes to work again as the big men doing the damage on both ends.
Tate once again, and we called this matchup out in the first half, Chris, and they're starting off the second half the same way. And Chapmanville with a new look. We saw it in both possessions here. Double high screen for Gollihue.
Oh, and there it is from the elbow as Gollihue knocks it down, his 6th point.
We see teams making changes in the second half. We didn't see that set at all in the first half.
Inside, they give it to Tate. Little floater up, and Tate, he is going to work here in the second half. He's got 7 points in this third quarter already. 7
straight points by the big man.
Back to a 1-point lead for Prep. Blair dribbles inside the free throw line. Nice pass over to Browning as the defender fell down, and Browning finishes.
We saw that combination just a second ago. Blair being patient, finding the big man underneath, and Browning finishing it.
Browning now into double figures with 10 points. 26-25 Chapmanville. In the corner with it. Berleo gets it out. Kabongo over to Castillo. Castillo gets inside over to Kabongo in the left corner for a 3. That one's short. Rebound tipped over to Gollihue.
Nice box out by Gollihue.
He'll take it in. Nice wraparound pass to Neal. Goes up. Had a tough angle on that one and taken away by Cox.
Unable to make another short one. The Tigers, they got to start making those as this game goes on.
Cox has it on the left wing. 5:18 left here in the third quarter. Again, varsity will be next. Here from Danny Gobby Gymnasium between Chapmanville and Expression Prep. It's 3 from Castillo, no good, and taken by Neal.
Nice box out against Tate there by Jackson Neal.
Up ahead, Browning goes by Tate, takes it to the left side, and Browning finishes.
Nice work by David Browning. We've seen Tate get a few buckets here to start with, and Browning's answering him along the way. Tigers with a 3-point lead.
And back and forth we go here in this third quarter. Kabongo, he'll line up a 3. This one too strong and taken by Gollihue.
Gollihue's second rebound in a few seconds here.
And he's really starting to get on the glass, and now tries to go coast to coast. Almost a circus layup, but taken away now by Expression Prep.
What a job just to contort his body to get that shot off.
Now Castillo, another nice hesitation move, gets inside and lays it in.
Castillo smooth in the open court, attacks and scores another bucket.
28-27 in favor of Chapmanville as Gollihue skips it over Carter. He'll go for a triple and he'll knock it down.
Nice shot there by Carter. Gollihue draws the defense, kicks it back out to him. They nailed a deep range shot.
Carter has 5 now for the game. I think it's only the second shot attempt he's had, and he's canned them both. Tate's pass gets away from Cox out front, but he's able to chase it down near midcourt. Halfway home here in this third quarter. Castillo gets the angle again, and he'll take a baseline for the layup.
Once again, he is so crafty with the ball. He knows how to pick his spots, when to speed up, when to slow down. Very high basketball IQ by that young fella.
It's Tate carrying the load at the start of this quarter. Now switches over to Castillo in this second part of the quarter as Neal challenges at the rim but can't finish as Tate gets the board.
Once again, Tate changes the shot and gets the rebound.
And a chance to tie or take the lead here for Expression Prep. Castillo goes to work on Gollihue. Gollihue stays in front of him. Castillo now able to get inside, had it poked away, but it goes right to Tate. Big man for a three. This one just too strong. It was online.
Yeah, why not? He's been scoring from everywhere else. Might as well take a deep one.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think he earned that heat check. Gollihue going to try one of his own and hits nothing but the bottom of the net.
Gollihue just pushing the pace, making the right passes, knocking down big shots. He's starting this second half off on a mission.
Yeah, he's got 9 points now, 5 of those this quarter, and now has a steal, 2-on-1. Gollihue over to Blair, back over to Gollihue, layup no good, and Expression Prep did a good job getting back on defense there.
Very fortunate for Expression Prep that they got back there and stopped that easy bucket attempt.
Now Kabongo for a three, can't get it to go as they've had their struggles from the outside tonight. Up ahead, Gollihue, 2-on-1 again over to Neal and Tate, or Kabongo rather, able to knock it away from him.
We talked about the lack of scoring in the second quarter, and they flipped the switch here in the third, Chris.
Again, first quarter we had all sorts of scoring. Second quarter was all defense, and now we're back to all offense here in this third quarter.
And as always, appreciate you guys watching. A big shout out to Brenda and Alvin Dingus watching from Huntington.
Inside, Browning spin move, can't get it to fall with the left hand, taken away by Cox.
Chapmanville early on in this second half, Chris, has missed a few short shots. I won't say they're easy because nothing's coming easy right now, but they're going to look back on those in this game if they come up short.
Closing in on 2 minutes to go here in the third. Castillo into the paint, floater up, too short, gets it back, stumbles, trying to get his footing back, somehow stayed on his feet. Gets it out, Berleo will try a three, and he'll knock it down.
Faked the pass to the wing and decided to shoot it. Just straight up from where he was standing, a little bit unorthodox, but it goes in nonetheless.
And that's his first points of the game to close the lead back to 2. Sperry, tough cross-court pass, but it finds Carter. Goes inside, nice hesitation move, and Carter finishes.
Nice move there, nice hesitation, as you said, Chris. We've seen his skill level and how he makes it look smooth, and once again he does it, increases the lead to 4.
He just froze the defender that time, was able to get all the way inside for his 7th point as Cox. Angry didn't get that pass from Castillo, and Castillo can't finish on the 3 as rebound knocked out of bounds off of Chapmanville. And again, Tate got himself quick breather that time, and he's back into the game.
Yeah, very quick. Maybe time for a couple breaths, maybe.
Again, Cox, he wasn't happy about not getting that pass. Still not happy as he goes to the bench to get a breather. Castillo. Pass inside, and Browning able to knock it away from Tate. Now Harless comes up with it. Up ahead, Sperry fumbled it, able to get it back to Smith in the corner for a 3, but no good, and knocked out of bounds off of Harless.
Nice hustle by Harless. He had the outlet pass, but he hustled and tracked down the rebound, attempted to, unfortunately knocked it out, so the ball goes to Expression Prep.
And 61 seconds left here in the third quarter. 4-point lead for Chapmanville here in this JV contest. Kabongo will swing it over left side. Berleo, tough pass cross court, finds Castillo. So they'll play catch back and forth. Berleo will go for a 3 again, this time off the mark and taken by Browning, but outlet pass stolen by Castillo. Here he comes in right side, and he'll take it in for the lay-in.
Nice job by Castillo getting the steal and making Browning think he's going to get that ball up the tape, but he finishes himself.
He's got 8 this quarter, does Castillo, and now a nice take by Sperry as he'll be fouled on the way to the rim.
Sperry forcing the issue, gets the foul, and goes to the line for 2.
And we'd like to thank our sponsors helping us bring you the action here tonight from Chapmanville, West Virginia, in Global Arc Ministry, Trend Services, Domino Printing, White Eye Care, Rebound Physical Therapy, Smell My Tarts, PT 12 Pizza, Stereo Video Unlimited, and Blessings and Blooms, our major sponsors here this evening as Sperry splits the free throws and rebound taken by Prep. They get into the front court here, trailing it by 3, final 20 seconds of this third quarter.
Little 2-3 jump action there by Smith and Harless, and they get the turnover from it.
And the steal by Smith drives in hard on Castillo, and he'll draw the foul on him.
That 2-3 jump is pretty impressive there when you got the likes of Cat Smith and Case and Harless. They get the turnover. Smith forces the issue and goes to the line with only 11 seconds left.
11.8 seconds as Smith trying to get his first points of the second half, and he's 1 of 2 from the line. He's got 3 points overall this evening. So he tries to push this back to a 2-possession lead. His first free throw in cleanly.
Gives them a 4-point lead. Expression Prep should have the last possession here to see what they're going to do, try to cut in this lead before the fourth.
And nicely done by Smith as he cans both free throws for his 5th point. 10 seconds to go here in the third. Kabongo over to Castillo, 5 seconds. Drives baseline, dumps it off underneath. Tough little shot up, no good for Bachler. Put back up and in by Tate, though, as the quarter comes to an end. As Tate and Castillo, huge third quarters, but Browning a big quarter as well for Chapmanville. And it's the Tigers leading at 39-36 as we head to the final 8 minutes. Back after this as you're watching JV basketball action with us right here on the D&D Sports Network.
Getting ready for sports means protecting those eyes. Up to 90% of sport-related eye injuries can be prevented with proper eye protection. White Eye Care knows this and is committed to providing the best protective sportswear for your child's eyes. As a proud sponsor of our community sports programs, we want to see our kids protected, from the little ones up to the big leagues. Our huge selection of eyewear makes finding that perfect pair easy. So win big this season. Call White Eye Care in Logan for an appointment today.
Game day energy is in the air. The crowd's roaring, the players are locked in, and every moment feels electric. Bring that same fire home with Smell My Tarts. Bold, handcrafted scents that keep your spirit pumped long after the buzzer. Smell My Tarts, where team pride meets amazing fragrance.
Final 8 minutes here from Danny Gobby Gymnasium here in this junior varsity matchup as the varsity waiting in the wings. Coming up approximately 20 minutes at the conclusion of this contest. Chris Kidd, Dwayne Williams here, J.J. Pruitt, our engineer, as it's been a tight affair. Much like the middle school matchup, this one's been within 6 points the entire way. As Chapmanville leads it by 3. Nice backdoor to Watts as he'll put it in on the left side.
Nice play set up, play design there. Kyler Blair once again makes the right decision in his passing, and Wesley Watts finishes with 2.
Back to a 5-point lead now for Chapmanville. They come out pressuring to start this fourth. Kabongo gets inside, tries to finish at the rim in traffic, and able to do so.
Nice finish, as you said, in traffic. Nothing easy about that one. Cuts the lead to 3.
But over to Gollihue. Nearly a minute gone here in this fourth quarter. It's Carter in the middle, over to Neal. Neal drives baseline, cut off, and is able to draw the foul there. Maybe a little bit of a bailout considering the position he was in as Bachler got him on the arm.
Little bit would have been a tough angle. We see another wrinkle here by the Tigers. They're flashing somebody to the middle, starting the action and hitting cutters or hitting shooters. So nice little wrinkle here to start the fourth quarter.
Now Neal had a huge JV game earlier this year here on the D&D Sports Network. It's his first point of the evening.
Yes, he did. He was very dominant in that game. And like you said a few moments ago, this JV matchup right here is following the middle school squad's lead because such nip and tuck the entire way from the opening tip.
Expression Prep bench trying to encourage a miss here, and they're able to get it as Neal comes up short on the second. Now here comes Prep trailing it by 4. Kabongo over near side, 3 on the way. This one going to be short from Berleo, taken back though by Prep. Kabongo will reset it out front with Cox. In the corner, Berleo left open. Now drive baseline, pull up jumper, and he'll knock this down.
He has such rise on his jump shot, Chris. You know, he head fakes, and even on his three-pointer earlier, he has such rise on his jump shot, makes it very difficult to challenge at the top, and he knocks it down and cuts the lead to 2.
Again, neither team can get away from each other here tonight. Scholohue throw it backside, and Carter wasn't there as here comes Berleo, 2-on-1. Takes it himself all the way in, but it rolls off. He gets his own rebound back, though. Loses it, able to get it back, but throws it away to Blair. Now up ahead for Neal, 1-on-1 here with Bachler. Goes up, and Bachler with a huge block.
Nice block by Bachler, and the Expression Prep is off to the races again.
Berleo for the lead. That was the line drive all the way as Carter grabs the rebound.
Both teams pushing the pace here in the fourth.
Carter, nice spin move. What a layup by Brock Carter.
Nice play by Brock Carter. We've talked about it multiple times this game. His footwork, whether it's a Euro step and that time of spin, and the body control to do the reverse layup.
It is just so smooth all the way around from Brock Carter. Reminds me of a young Chris Kidd out there.
I was about to say that myself, Chris.
I mean, maybe in my dreams, but it's Kabongo. Has it out front, gives it off to Bachler. Bachler, 1-on-1 here, able to get by, layup at the rim, counted, and the foul.
Bachler patient until he attacks, gets the call there. Bang, bang play, could have gone either way. He gets the and one opportunity. Cuts this lead to 2 with the opportunity to cut it to 1. And really like his game, this young fella here at the line. He reminds me of Senguin from the Rockets, a big guy who can handle that out top. He makes passes. He almost looks like he's moving slow, but he's really not, because all of a sudden you look and he's by his defender.
A chance to cut this to a 1-point game with 5:22 to go here in the fourth quarter. We've had quite an evening of basketball already, and we haven't even got to the heavy hitters yet. Bachler's free throw up. This one rattles in and out, but Cox grabs the rebound, goes back up. He's blocked at the rim and taken by Watts.
Nice job by the Tigers to get that. Wesley Watts bringing it down and getting over to Carter to lead this quasi-break here. Now they're getting their half-court offense.
Sperry gives it over to Gollihue, lines up a 3, almost banked it in from the side. Cox able to secure the rebound.
It's been a great job by both of these coaches, too. They've both made obvious adjustments here in the fourth quarter. I really like this matchup on the court and on the bench.
Now here's Berleo, drives in, pulls up inside the free throw line, no good, and Watts gets the board.
Nice activity there by the senior Wesley Watts, getting some rebounds.
Carter will bring it into the front court, drives in, and we get a whistle and a foul. And Prep just kind of seemed discombobulated on the defensive side that time, so probably a good thing they committed a foul.
Yeah, that actually worked in their favor. I agree with you, Chris, because and a good job by Carter there to change pace and get that foul from behind, but they did have an opportunity out in front of them.
So that's now the second team foul against Prep here in the fourth quarter, one against Chapmanville.
Much like the middle school team, not a whole lot of fouling going on, even though it's been great defense.
Over to Harless in the corner for 3. That one off the front of the rim is rebounded by Cox.
Expression Prep has dodged a couple bullets there. They left Gollihue open and Harless, and they dodged both of those. Harless with a nice rebound off the miss.
And Castillo had a good take that time, but couldn't finish. Up ahead to Sperry. Drives in, tough attempt, and almost got the circus shot in the fall, but taken by Cox.
Wow, Sperry got to the rim so fast there for the big fella. Turned on the Jets for a moment.
Yeah, I think he was anticipating maybe a little bit more, resistance on the way in. Didn't get it. And now Harless, after taking it away, he'll be pushed down.
Nice job here on defense by the freshman duo of Case and Harless and Kyler Blair. They get the turnover and in turn get the foul called a foul Harless. Chapmanville keeps the ball up 2.
We hit the midway point of this fourth quarter. 2-point lead for Chapmanville. We go inside to Sperry on the right block. Puts it up, can't get it to go. Long rebound to Castillo. And, yep, that's a travel. He went up and down with it.
He went up, tried to dribble it back down. The whistle stopped the action. Ball goes back to Chapmanville.
Now to bring Kabongo back into the game as Castillo will check out. Again, Castillo and Tate have had big second halves here so far. Haven't seen them in the lineup here very much in the fourth quarter. Again, I believe Tate's already back in the locker room, perhaps getting ready for the varsity matchup.
I would say you're right.
It's Carter for 3. That one too strong, knocked out of bounds, and they're going to say last touch by Chapmanville.
Nice hustle opportunity there for Case and Harless trying to make something happen. We've seen that go the opposite direction, but I love to see guards crashing the glass.
Chapmanville will put on full court pressure. Kabongo couldn't find anyone. He'll have to burn a timeout here with 3:43 to go. in the fourth quarter as they wait to see if they want a full or a 30. It'll be a 30. So we'll keep things here with Chapmanville leading it by 2. And again, we'd like to thank our sponsors tonight for helping us bring you all the action here from Chapmanville, West Virginia. Global Arc Ministry, Trend Services, Domino Printing, White Eye Care, Rebound Physical Therapy, Smell My Tarts, PT12 Pizza, Stereo Video Unlimited, and Blessings and Blooms, our major sponsors here tonight.
As always, a big thanks to each and every one of you guys. And when you guys, potential customers out there, hear these sponsors, realize they make this possible for us to bring you coverage of all these young athletes.
Yes, and you get a chance, if you sponsor with us, to hear Chris Kidd and Dwayne Williams talk about your company.
Absolutely.
So what could be better than that?
Hey, you know the old saying goes, worth the weight in gold, Chris?
Yeah, exactly. They get it over to Berleo on the left side. And again, Dwayne and I will be at Willie Acres Classic this weekend on Friday and Saturday night. Again, Friday night, Chapmanville will play Charleston Catholic, and Logan will take on Sissonville. Those games slated for 6 and 8 o'clock. This tough runner here almost banked in by Bachler, and now we get a tie-up. Looks like possession is going to stay here with Prep.
So we're giving you ample warning, or just a suggestion to tune in to hear our lovely voices once again, Chris.
Yeah, I was going to say we're going to be with you all weekend up at the Willie Acres Arena as we get another 30-second timeout. That'll actually give us a chance to run through that slate on Friday and Saturday. Again, Friday, you've got Chapmanville and Charleston Catholic at 6 o'clock, Logan and Sissonville at 8. Then on Saturday, we've got a full slate as it starts at noon with the Logan Lady Wildcats against the Mingo Central Lady Miners. The JV game will take place at 12, and then the varsity game will take place at 2. That'll be followed at 4 o'clock with Logan Middle School taking on Williamstown Middle School. Then at 6 o'clock, we get Chapmanville and Winfield, and at 8 o'clock, the nightcap will be Logan versus Charleston Catholic. So a lot of great games on tap at the Willie Acres Classic this weekend.
Some fantastic matchups, Chris.
I was going to say, they've done a good job every year getting those matchups together up there, and looking forward to another good weekend of that coming up. So inbound it to Lewin, and going to get a tie-up. Great job by Harless getting in there and tying it up.
Nice hustle play by Harless. He realized immediately that ball came loose just for a second. That's all he needs to get in there and attack that, force the jump ball, to get the ball back to the Tigers.
And that's a tough way for it to go for Expression Prep after calling a timeout and then having that happen immediately after you set up your play.
Yeah, that's a great point, Chris. That just makes it, it compounds it tenfold.
Now Tigers with the 2-point lead and the ball here. Harless stutter steps, goes cross court. Smith will kick it back out. Now over far side. Gollihue open on the left side. Can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Cox.
Once again, the Tigers unable to knock down the open threes. That was a nice skip pass by Harless over to Gollihue, just unable to knock it down. Once again, Expression Prep dodges that bullet from the open three.
Lewin tried to feed Bachler, and a big-time defensive play by Sperry to knock that away.
Nice hands there by Sperry. You always get a chance to reset your defense there, and that's a good thing for the Tigers, as much emphasis they put on their defense.
Now Castillo will check back in. 2.5 minutes to play here in the fourth.
Where are they going to go now that Tate's out of the game, probably getting ready for the varsity? Where are they going to go for a bucket?
Try and spin him inside. He'll get it out to Kabongo. He doesn't find anything he likes, brings it back out. Now he'll drive in, gets it over. Castillo goes for the lead. That one's short, though. Kabongo saves it over his head to Castillo. Drives in, floater up. Too strong. Rebound tip. Sperry able to take it.
Nice rebound there by Sperry. Battled by all. Cass Smith pushing it.
Here's Smith into the middle. Pulls up from the free throw line. Short and rebounded by Cox.
Back and forth action. You see these defenses. They know what's at stake here with only a 2-point game with less than 2 minutes to go.
And again, both teams with opportunities here in the last couple possessions. Neither side been able to cash in as of yet. It's Kabongo. Takes it in off the left side, gets into the paint. Floater won't fall as Sperry grabs the board.
Another rebound Sperry. Now he's leading the break.
Here he comes in on Castillo. He'll throw it at the rim, but can't get it to go as he was just coming in 100 miles an hour that time and couldn't quite stop.
Coming in hot, as they say, Chris.
Now over to Cox. Nice fake, drives inside. Contact, no whistle. Shot off the mark. Rebound kicked out. Castillo wide open for three. Count it. Expression Prep has the lead back.
What a timely shot there by Castillo. They battled and battled. Chapmanville went for the call on the charge, didn't get it. That resulted in some slow rotation out, which it resulted in him having a wide open three, and he knocks it down to give them the lead.
Castillo now with 16 points for the game, 11 of those coming here in the second half.
What a way to turn it up. We talked about his game a few times in this, how you can see his basketball IQ at work, the way he changes pace and finds his opening, and that was the biggest shot at this point in this game.
Close in on the final minute here of the fourth quarter. Smith on the left side, picks up his dribble, gives it off over to Harless. Harless waiting, looking down low. Neal now trying to get position. Like we said, without Tate out there, Chapmanville can look to maybe go down low in this situation. Driving in, tough shot on the way, no good for Smith, and taken away by Cox.
Yeah, Cox, great defense there by Expression Prep to force that tough shot. Now Chapmanville's going to have to get it done on defense.
Down to 30 seconds to go now. Chapmanville's only committed one foul here in the fourth. They're going to have to start committing some right now unless they can come up with a steal, and Carter will finally lay his hands on Castillo to draw the foul. That'll be the second one, so they still got to commit 3 more before Huntington Expression Prep will be in the bonus.
You know, it's so funny, these two games, the middle school game and this game, they're mirror images.
Yeah.
We talked about this same situation in the first game.
It is. It's wild how close both these games have been, and almost eerily similar to the situations they've been in, both sides. As Castillo draws the foul from Smith with 20.1 seconds. That's the third team foul, so Chapmanville will have to commit 1 more, or 2 more rather, before Expression Prep is in the bonus. As a timeout called here with 20.1 seconds to go. And now Expression Prep trying to talk things over. And again, this is about where they cost themselves the game in the middle school matchup. Again, they had opportunities at the free throw line to put the game away. They couldn't quite do it. Chapmanville had to look for 3 right at the end. Couldn't get it to fall, but Expression Prep just had their difficulties slamming the door shut, and Chapmanville, the same this fourth quarter, couldn't quite slam the door shut when they had some opportunities. Who's going to be able to make the play here in the final 20 seconds?
Yeah, like you said a second ago, it's eerily similar how these games have turned out compared to the middle school game. And you got a timeout here. Last time out of the timeout, it was a turnover for Expression Prep. So see what they got drawn up here. They know the Tigers are looking for a foul. So let's see if they get something going to the bucket to catch them off guard.
Again, Prep just 2 of 3 from the free throw line here tonight. So no one's really been, that one almost stolen away by Gollihue. He got his hands on it and knocked it out of bounds.
Very, very close. I didn't know if the Tigers were going to take that foul to the big fella who got it. He almost got the steal anyway.
Now Carter grabbed every part of Berleo's left arm, almost took it off.
But in his defense, the coaches were saying foul, so he's got a foul. And he made sure of it.
Now 14.4 seconds to go as timeout called here. Expression Prep going to talk things over, and this is where they want to draw something up to try and get it in their best free throw shooter's hands if they can, or at least someone they feel is reliable in this situation.
Yeah, they have a few options. We've seen multiple skilled basketball players. We've got Castillo and company out there, so anxious to see. Now the ball's pushed back into the backcourt on the Chapmanville side of things, so let's see if this changes their alignment. Sometimes in these situations we do see teams trying to run somebody free for an easy one because everybody's overplaying up, trying to get that foul, maybe a jab step and go if you want to go that route, give you the opportunity to dribble it out or score to take advantage of that aggressive nature that the Tigers have.
Well, it'll be Kabongo to inbound for Expression Prep as they look to try and find Castillo. Makes a tough grab in traffic. Now trying to escape some pressure, and he'll be fouled with 11.1 seconds.
That's exactly who you want to have in your hands at this moment, because not only I'm sure he's a good free throw shooter, but his ball handling capabilities that he can burn a few more seconds off is somebody who's afraid to dribble.
And Castillo has not been to the free throw line yet tonight, but he does lead Expression Prep in scoring with 16 points, 11 of those here in the second half. And he had the go-ahead three-pointer just a moment ago. And now has a chance to try and push this to a 3-point lead. First free throw, though, off the mark.
The mirror image continues, Chris. A missed opportunity here to kind of put the clamps on Chapmanville a bit, and steps up for this second one. Chapmanville put the big guys in, hoping to get this rebound if he misses.
And second one does rattle home, so that's 17 points now for Castillo. But now it does open the door a little bit for Chapmanville, and you see them put Gollihue and Harless back in immediately, getting some of their shooters on the floor. And if you're Chapmanville now, do you try and go for the win like you did in the middle school game, or do you see if you try and force overtime if you get the look?
I think you go for the win, Chris.
Yeah.
You go for the win here. The JV contest, not that should matter anything, but that's the kind of the mentality here. You want to see what you can do. You want to see what player can step up. And I say that also because the amount of shooters that Chapmanville have, from Harless to Gollihue to Carter to Cass Smith, they have a wealth of options there to knock down the three.
So let's see what Chapmanville looks to do. And Prep also has one timeout remaining in their back pocket right now, or does have a foul to give, I should say.
And I think they will, just a common strategy here is use that foul, let them inbound it, let them get the clock down, don't foul them in the process of shooting. So that's a touchy thing here, but they got a long way to go. Maybe let them get it to half court, kill some clock, get that timeout.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Again, make them work a little bit in the back court, commit the foul near half court, maybe take 4 or 5 seconds off if you can. They allow Gollihue to catch it cleanly here in the back court, but he's got to go here. 7 seconds left. They get up ahead to Carter. 5 seconds left, and now they'll call for time with 4.5 seconds left.
Yeah, no foul there. I see a nice discussion here from the coach and the players over here. Maybe not too kind, but I think he wanted a foul there possibly. But he seems upset that Chapmanville was able to easily get it there to the side, because so Coach Watts and Coach Dempsey and company have something in mind here for a side out of bounds.
Yeah, and again, with 4.5 seconds is a little bit tricky to try and foul now.
Yes.
Again, because you're almost in a catch and shoot situation, or catch a couple dribbles and shoot situation. So if you're Prep, I don't know if you want to go with a foul now unless you just do it off the inbounds to maybe take a few tenths off the clock.
Only if a guy's back is to the rim. If he catches it and for some reason his back's to the rim on a jump and landing, you do that. But if he's facing the rim, can get into that shooting motion, you don't want to risk that like you're saying. But I look for something here. Maybe a flare screen for one of these big-time shooters they have, or they could use a misdirection because they have so many options. But I do expect them to go for the win.
Again, Expression Prep won the middle school game in a thriller by 2 points, a missed three-pointer by Chapmanville at the end. Now we're in the same situation.
It's amazing.
Again, if we get this in varsity as well, this is going to be a heck of an evening. It's already been that. But now can Chapmanville pull it out here in the last 4.5. They get it into Harless. Gets a good look from the corner. Off the rim, no good. Kabongo with the rebound, and that will do it as Expression Prep survives Chapmanville for the second time tonight, and they win it 46-44 to go 2-0 thus far on the evening over the Tigers.
And Chris, let's talk quickly about the Tug Valley. Actually, let's go to a break, and we'll come right back with the Tug Valley Wellness Player of the Game.
All right.
Looking for a new healthcare provider? Come see us at Tug Valley Wellness Clinic. We take all patients from the ages 2 and up. Our staff has over 30 years of medical experience. We do everything from DOT physicals, wellness exams, adult and child, walk-in visits, and more. Call us today at 304-236-3601 and reach us Monday through Friday.
Final scoring on both sides tonight for Expression Prep. They were led by Jaden Castillo with 17 points. Mike Tate finished with 15. Ariel Bachler with 7. Dylan Berleo with 5. And Benit Kabongo with 2 points. For Chapmanville, they were led by David Browning with 12 points. Jake Gollihue with 9. Brock Carter with 9. Payson Harless with 5. Smith with 5. Watts with 2. And Sperry and Neal each with a point to round out the scoring for Chapmanville here tonight. And it's time now for our Tug Valley Wellness Clinic Player of the Game. We both talked about during the break, and if it would have been Chapmanville, you'd probably gone with David Browning, but then you also had the discussion whether it's Castillo or Tate. But Castillo, he really made the plays down the stretch in the third and fourth quarter, made the big three to put them ahead. So I think we both agreed that Jaden Castillo, your Tug Valley Wellness Clinic Player of the Game.
Absolutely, Chris, and you stated it perfectly, especially with that big shot about the big-time three that took the lead, what he was able to do against the defense, and just everything overall game. Very well-deserved Tug Valley Wellness Player of the game.
Now we are getting set for the main event as Chapmanville and Expression Prep will go to battle one more time here tonight as the varsities take the floor next. So make sure you close this tab and open up another one. We're here in just a moment as we'll have it up and going for you here shortly as you are watching high school basketball action with us right here on the D&D Sports Network.